Hey, YouTube world. Well, so I do another video this week. I watched a video, and I'll put the description. I put the link to the video in my description box, put it that way. And I'll say, be aware of a fake alien invasion. The reason I'm doing this for, because here lately, I've been noticing, I'm sure a lot of you, but all these leaked videos of so-called UFOs flying up against the Pentagon, around U.S. aircraft, U.S. aircraft carriers and stuff like that. And I always remember this. I know the government well enough to know that any evidence they have of extraterrestrials, of UFOs, or USOs, wherever have you, they always try to suppress that information. They always had. And always deny that information, aka Area 51. I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I do know for decades, for years, the U.S. government has denied the existence of Area 51 to here recently, a few years ago. All of a sudden, they admit it's there. And, any evidence of UFOs or extraterrestrial craft or USOs, underwater submerged objects, put it that way, they always try their best to suppress that information. And anytime, like YouTube channels like Secure Team 10, who release a lot of good footage on UFO stuff like that, I do believe they was trying to suppress that channel and everything else, put poor Tyler through hell and stuff like that. And found here recently, guys challenged to go back going again, so he more likely, so he can generate revenue for himself again, basically on that right there. But I'm saying, is this right here. With all this going on, with all these leaked UFOs, video stuff like that, and here the New York Times, I believe it is New York Times. Somebody leaked an article in the New York Times, said the Pentagon's going to come out and say that all that shit is false, let's claim and stuff like that. But what I'm seeing here, okay, and after watching Alex Jones, if you ever noticed, I think the government, my theory is they're going to do like some kind of another fake alien invasion. The reason I'm saying this, though, because back in 1938, the beginning of World War II, when Nazi Germany was starting to act up, starting to invade countries, when Japan was starting to act up, you had Mussolini in Italy, starting to act up as well, so the country was pretty much on edge anyway, pretty much, what I understand my history, and, and that's coming out of the Great Depression, too. Then here comes, H.G. Wells doing a radio show, because back in 1938, okay, hardly anybody had TV back then. If you want to watch basically any video back then, you had to go to the movie theater to watch a movie back then. It was only like a nickel or something like that to watch a movie. But this is back in 1938, okay? So if you want to watch any kind of TV programs, put it that way. Video and audio, go to the movie theater. So the average home back in 1938 had radios. And he did a radio show, pretty much I say a radio movie, on H.G. Wells, War of the Worlds. And this guy, I think his name was H.G. Wells, War of the Worlds. Well, he never told anybody that this was no fake, this was fiction or nothing like that. And what I read and studied, I'm not saying it put the whole country in turmoil, but it put a lot of people on edge, and it put a lot of people kind of in turmoil, And I read reports there were suicides, because I thought the world was going to end, because I think we're being invaded from Mars. Basically what that radio showed, that convinced a bunch of people, which I think it did, convinced a bunch of people that the Earth was being invaded by Mars. So they thought the world would end, people committed suicide, people ran to the hills, stuff like that. They can't give an actual number how many people listen to that broadcast, because they didn't have, the system they have through today. There was no Facebook back then or anything else, like the first clickbait one guy says. And I looked everything about that little radio show back in 1938. And it's theorized that Wells was working with the U.S. government agency on that little storyline of H.G. Wells' War of the Damn Worlds. And it was a pretty, I would say, I think it convinced, I'll say about maybe 1 million people, maybe, give or take, maybe under, maybe over, that this was going to happen, this is happening, that the Earth was being invaded by Martians, the end is near. And I do believe some suicides, unfortunately, happened over this. It didn't cause nationwide turmoil, but it caused some disorder. Well, I heard that the opera was getting flooded by calls and stuff like that. Just trying to figure what the hell is going on. Because remember, in 1938, there was no Facebook, no Twitter, no YouTube, or any social media outlet. All you had back then was radio, basically, and newspapers. So getting the word out was a lot more difficult back then than it is today. You can't post off on Facebook back then that you can today. So there's none of that going on. I don't think nobody had a computer hall. There's some few government agencies. That's how print it was back then. But it was better times back then, I guess you can say too. But I'm saying, people were calling radios, people were calling radios, but then people were calling the operators, put it that way. Or perhaps even calling radio, the station itself, stuff like that. So what the hell's going on here? I heard operators getting flooded in, police stations got flooded with damn calls, stuff like that. Kind of got the police on alert and everything else. And it happened in New Jersey. I forgot the name of the town. I read this now. Well, according to the story, the alien craft, so-called alien craft, crash landed in New Jersey. And the people around the community came out there with shotguns, stuff like that, trying to investigate and see what the hell is going on here. It got so bad that the police had to respond to that, try to drive those people away. I don't know how the National Guard on standby or anything else, but pretty probably came close to that. So I believe, okay, now unfortunately with the age of media we have today, with Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, I could go on and on and on forever, amen, that they're probably going to try something like this again, just to get everybody in turmoil again. Do some kind of fake alien invasion, stuff like that. Because what I'm seeing right now, I never really saw in the past. Remember, I'm 50 years old, and Project Blue Book was classified. It was really suppressed. It really was. But now it's coming out, and I saw a video. I'm seeing it on YouTube. I'll put down the description, link in the description too. I put the link to that video in my description too. Were so-called, I don't know who these gentlemen were, but two government agencies, two men from the government, was questioning this, I say, being, and the being at the time, but I'm not going to do details. I'll put the link in the description box. I really don't think that video is real, but I'll put it in there and see it for yourself. So while all of a sudden they're declassifying all this UFO stuff, they used to try to suppress it and everything else. And one of my buddies who I work with said they're trying to put out disinformation out there, which I can't dispute that, and it's probably damn true. So, with that being said, I'm just trying to warn anybody who watches this video, be aware of this, okay? It won't surprise me. I'm not saying it happened this year, maybe a year or so. I'm going to see what's going on. That they'll try to do some kind of fake alien invasion again, just to get people in turmoil again, okay? Just get some big distractor going on, so people won't see what's going on, seeing the damn truth. So you use that to cover everything up, and all of a sudden, boom, oh, it's all fake again. Something like that. Now I'm seeing videos that will be contact extraterrestrial life here in this year, or the next few years. Will be contact extraterrestrial, stuff like that. So something is fishy with all this. Okay, I'm trying to put out, and please do not believe everything the media tells you. I don't care if it's Fox News, AON, CNN, MSNBC, ABC News, PBS News, any of that stuff. Don't believe everything that they fucking tell you. They all have an agenda. They all have a political agenda and stuff like that, and they're all basically spewing out false information or propaganda, okay? And they're using us as pawns, basically. So anything you hear about UFOs, extraterrestrials, we got contact, everything you hear, take it with a grain of salt, with several grains of damn salt, and they start spewing out alien invasion, stuff like that. Just try to remain calm and everything else, okay? And try to see for yourself what's going on here. Because it wouldn't surprise me. They'll try something like this to cause mass hysteria around the country, perhaps around the world. Because something doesn't seem right with all this, And one person said it best about all this so-called UFOs that is getting leaked out to left and right nowadays, Now DC is saying, the Pentagon is saying, oh, it's all fake, blah, blah, blah. We'll hear more about that later. But all I can say is that, I'll repeat myself again, that we don't know what kind of technology the U.S. government has. We don't know what kind of technology that Russia, China has, okay? Taiwan, Korea, or any of the European countries. We don't know. Do they have hypersonic, supersonic aircraft out there, jets, stuff like that? Maybe, maybe not. Because I've been hearing for years that it's supposed to be from Area 51. It's called the Phoenix Project, understand? It's supposed to be this aircraft, a triangle, okay, that goes so fast it can go around the world like in 3 hours how fast this aircraft is. Now, that being said, I don't know if that thing is real or not. I don't. I'm not saying. I'm just going by speculation. What I'm hearing on tabloid TV, stuff like that. There's been some sort of fuzzy videos on this aircraft, so take it with that great grain of salt. So we don't know what the U.S. government has in aircraft. Because you remember, the stealth bomber's been around since the damn 60s. It's been classified. They only did classify that in the late 80s. But it's been around over 20, 30 years. So, I'm just saying, be ready and be prepared what's going on with all this, okay? I don't know what the government has a plan on this, unfortunately. I can't tell you that. I'm watching Alex Jones, a few news sources, and all of a sudden all this UFO footage has been leaked out left and right. You have this video where two government agents basically interrogating some being from the future. Okay, which I don't believe that video is real, but I'll put the link in the description box. You decide for yourself. But all this stuff seems pretty damn fishy to me. Alright, YouTube world. Well, I thought I'd share this with you. God bless. Peace out. Have a good day. Bye-bye.